Hi you guys! I am so excited to be doing a makeup related video for you today. It has been a very long time since I've sat down to film any video, especially a makeup related video. So I wanted to show you guys how I've been doing my makeup on a pretty much everyday basis on the days that I do wear makeup. And it feels like for the last several years of my life, I've been trying to find a good everyday makeup routine that lasts all day long. Not necessarily that it has to look perfect. It kind of wears pretty gracefully throughout the day, but I don't like it when my makeup looks dry and cracky around here or my blush really fades. I love, love, love blush. So I can't stand it when it fades throughout the day. So I've been playing with some products and I think I figured out a nice routine to get it to last all day long. Now, it is more high maintenance than anything I've been doing like on a regular basis in years. The way that I used to do my makeup, it was like all the moisturizers and primers and foundation and concealer and all this stuff, and it's been a long time since I've been that high maintenance, and this routine is high maintenance for me in my current stage of my life. This is very high maintenance for me. So with that being said, it might not be high maintenance for you, but the last 3 times that I've done this routine, because it's a pretty new routine to me, the last 3 or 4 times I've forgotten something. And it still does okay, but it definitely lasts the best when I do every single step. So I'm gonna do my very best to remember every step while I'm filming today. So first thing after I wash my face, I will always wash my face with my Neutrogena face cleanser. I don't even know the name of it, but I've gone through a zillion of them. Watch any of my empties videos, you will see it's cheap, it's gentle, it's a great cleanser. I absolutely love it. So once I wash my skin with that, I will go in with my moisturizer. This is the one that I've been liking lately. It is the Naturium Multi-Peptide Moisturizer. I also really, really, truly love their sensitive skin line. It's like the marshmallow root one. I absolutely love that one. I think I even prefer that cream in the jar to this one, but they're both great. I love them both. So I'll moisturize my skin with that. I get all over my eyelids. Make sure to really rub it into the perimeter of your face. This is the most forgotten area down the neck, but of course. I've been getting just a little bit more into TikTok, and I saw it on there the other day. Some girl was talking about how she's a medical esthetician and this is what's breaking you out and how you shouldn't be using a moisturizer. Girl, I really feel like frustrated by that, and it just goes to show you that it is important to get individualized help. Even though someone is a medical esthetician, a dermatologist, even though somebody has credentials, find somebody with credentials that you trust and that, you know, works with your skin type, because it's probably not your moisturizer that's breaking you out. Probably not. So the next step is actually lips. This is the Face Theory Lip-A-Balm Bioactive. I absolutely love this lip balm. It is so good. It has a little bit of a pink to it in the jar, but you can't super see it on the lips. It just makes the lips look nice and hydrated. It makes them feel like supple and bouncy. That's what I forgot. I don't have a mirror. I can't see. Okay, hold on. So next up is my first layer of sun protection. I have been really, really liking this lately. It's the e.l.f. Sun Touchable Whoa Glow. It is an SPF 30, claims to be a sun protection and a makeup primer. It is a chemical sunscreen. I really, really do like it a lot. You always want to make sure that you are using at least 2 fingers worth, little peace sign rule, of sunscreen. So when you first squeeze it out on your fingers, I was expecting it to look glowy because I've seen it on some girls online and it looks really, really glowy on the skin. So I was nervous that it was going to be almost glittery or shimmery on the skin. It almost looks tinted, like a skin tone when you very first apply it, but once you really massage it in, the tint kind of blends in and you're just left with that glow. Again, don't forget the perimeter. I personally don't like to get chemical sunscreens very close to my eyes. They tend to bother my eyes a lot, which is why this is my first layer of sun protection. I'm going in with more later. I am an esthetician. I will be a sunscreen freak, which means we're not going to talk about my sunburn. I'm filming this on 4th of July weekend. Cameron and I went to a motocross race the other day, and this is just the testament to make sure that you get an even application of sunscreen. I had my watch on here and then like my event wristband right here, so I didn't get this area very good with my sunscreen and I got burnt. So make sure you have an even application of sunscreen. learn from me. Now, I'm convinced that this next product is what is making such a difference in my makeup lately. You have seen it. There's no way you haven't seen it. It's the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. When you have a Super Bowl commercial, it's pretty popular, but I don't know why it took me so long to try it, but I am very glad that I did. I wish I had tried it sooner, but I'm convinced that this is what helps my makeup last so long. So I'm just rubbing that in. I like to focus it right here. This is where my makeup will crack first. I start to sweat on my lip and chin first when I do start to sweat, and my Retin-A that I use at night really can irritate the creases of my nose, so that's where I like to focus my primer to get my makeup to kind of lay nicely on there throughout the day so it doesn't start cracking. Now, the directions on the back of this primer say that you should allow it to absorb for about 30 seconds before you continue with your makeup, so this is usually where I will go and wash my sponge. I previously washed it because I knew I was going to film, so this is where I would go and wash my sponge really quick. I just like to use bar soap on my sponge. I just rub it really well, squeeze it, rub it some more, squeeze it. Anyway, this is a step that I learned from my old self. This is the routine that I used in my most viewed YouTube video of all time, which is full coverage base, how to get full coverage. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Concealer. It's stupid cheap. I just like that it's in a stick form. And this is what I used to do. I used to use it to spot conceal. I've been dealing with acne for darn near 10 years now, so I will use a nice stick concealer. Bare Minerals used to have one that I used on clients. I'm not sure if they still have that. They like to discontinue things. So I spot conceal the very red, very noticeable blemishes, and then I do not blend that in. See, I think I already mixed up some steps. I think I wish I did this first, but this is the next step. You could have done this first and then spot concealed, but whatever, it'll still work. This is the Australian Gold Botanical 50 SPF Tinted Face for fair to light skin tones. This is still just a titch too dark for me. I am very fair. And this is a mineral sunscreen. So this is the one that I will be going with closer around my eye area because this doesn't bother me where a chemical sunscreen would. So if you're looking for a mineral sunscreen, the filters you're going to want to look for are titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. Those are the UV filters that are approved in the US for mineral sunscreens. If you are looking for a chemical sunscreen, you're going to look for avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate. My favorite skincare YouTubers are Hyram, Skincare by Hyram, and Dr. Dre. If you're looking for sunscreen recommendations, those are two YouTubers that I definitely recommend you follow. So because I already made sure to use enough sunscreen for my entire face, I'm not going to do the 2-finger rule. I'll end up getting really thick and heavy with my makeup. I just want to make sure that I get this up under my eye to protect that area from the sun. Then I will go in with my sponge and blend all this in. Okay, so now that is all blended in, I will go in with my actual coverage, my actual foundation, L'Oreal Pro Glow. It's been a tried and true for years. I absolutely love it. This shade is a little bit too dark for me. Maybe I got a little bit of a tan at the race, but this is 202. I usually like 201. It is just a lovely finish. Nice and glowy. Sits very well on my skin. I have found that if I skip this step, this routine turns out way too glowy and oily looking on my skin by the end of the day. If I apply this sunscreen before my foundation with my fingers, then I end up too matte and cakey throughout the day. I have been testing this sort of base routine a lot. So that's why I always used to apply this with my fingers, and that's not a bad way to apply it, but when I pair it with the Pro Glow, I have to blend this in with a sponge. If I don't apply it at all, it ends up way too glowy and oily, and if I apply it with my fingers, it ends up way too dry and sticky, which is why I start out with a full layer of sun protection in this, because when you apply SPF with a sponge, you're losing a little bit of protection because some of it's being absorbed by the sponge. What have you guys been up to lately? I have been missing you so much. I really do miss YouTube and making YouTube videos. I've really been, not struggling, but I mean kind of, trying to figure out if YouTube is even still like a popular thing. If you guys still like watching YouTube, I have really personally fallen off of watching YouTube. I have my couple of girls that I really like to watch, and maybe if I have a question, I'll purposely go search out an answer on YouTube, but for the most part, I just don't watch YouTube like I used to. So it makes me wonder if I should still be making YouTube videos, if I should focus more on Instagram. I do love Instagram as well. I struggle with TikTok, I really do. I'm a friggin' old lady, it feels like, so I struggle with TikTok. But let me know what your guys' favorite is. If you had to choose between Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, which would you pick? For me, it's probably Instagram, but I do miss YouTube. I don't know why. I can totally sit down and talk to you guys on Instagram like this, but I don't know why that just feels more foreign to me than sitting down here and filming with my camera for YouTube. I don't know why that feels different. So next I will go in with my Hourglass palette. I absolutely love this Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked Butterfly. This is my go-to palette almost every single day of my life. I primarily use, this is my most used shade, this highlight color, Metallic Strobe Powder Celestial Strobe Light. And I will usually use one or both of the blushes as well. Today I'm actually going to use a different blush because I'm really feeling more like a pinky blush to go with the dress. But I am going to go ahead and use this highlight. Tried and true Real Techniques highlight brush. Right on top of this pimple that I just found. A little bit on my nose, high points of the cheekbones. When my brows are done, I'll highlight underneath them. If not, I don't want to draw more attention to it. For blush, I'm going to go into the Ulta Beauty Mad for Mauve. It is mauve. Fight me. 6-piece blush palette for a very pinky color. I've really been liking this shade right here called Blossom. This one's a little bit more bronzier. I really do like this palette. I hadn't used it in a while, but I was looking for like a pale baby pink blush the other day. I have a coworker who has very blonde hair, very fair skin like me, and when she wears like pale ethereal pinks, I just think it looks so pretty on her. I'm the furthest thing from blonde, but I don't know. It just inspires me to use nice, pretty pale pinks, especially when I've got the pink going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use this brush. It needs to be washed. Morphe M523, dipping into Blossom, and I like to apply it way the heck back here and start blending my way forward. And I like a lot of blush, like I said. I tell every single makeup client of mine to please tell me if I put too much blush on you, because I have a natural tendency to go ham sandwich on the blush. I love blush. And I don't really wear bronzer much these days. This summer I've been playing a little bit more with bronzer, but blush is my first love, my true love. And the nose blush. I love me some nose blush. All I usually do with my brows is swipe through them with a spoolie. I am definitely overdue for a lamination. They're looking a little bit crazy. I like to brush them upward. I don't mind highlighting all these. I'm not sure if you can see them. I really don't mind highlighting I call them my Cruella brows. I think they look kind of cool. Definitely every once in a while I'll look in the mirror and kind of, you know, be shocked at how many there are, but I think they're kind of cool looking. Salt, pepper. Salt, pepper. So honestly, most days this is where I'm done. I almost always wear my glasses while I'm working so I can see, and also so it protects my eyes when I am e-filing. So I don't usually feel a whole lot of need to do much to my lashes. I used to be a lot better about keeping up on lash lifts and tints and things like that. There's a hair on my friggin' lip and it's driving me nuts. Every once in a while, if I'm feeling it, I will apply some mascara. I have been using the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions mascara. This doesn't remove like I wanted it to after reading reviews and things like that. This doesn't remove exactly like I wanted it to. I thought it was going to be a little bit more softly coming off, if that makes sense, but it is a really good mascara and I do like it a lot. Because I am so unbelievably overdue for a lift and tint, I am going to go ahead and curl my lashes. I'm a bouncer. I like to bounce it up and down. Look at the difference, but then it doesn't stay like that. That's why I like lash lifts and tints, because it looks crazy when you first do it and then it falls very quickly. So now that I'm pretty much done with everything, I'll usually go in with a little bit more of that lip balm. I usually end up with some foundation on my lips, so I will wipe that away as best I can. Go in with a little bit of lip balm. I have an apron that I wear at work, and there's a pocket right here up by my chest, and that is where I keep my lip product that I usually will wear all throughout the day. It's almost always a Burt's Bees tinted lip balm. I like the Sun Bum tinted lip balms. I will wear that, reapply throughout the day. There's Fresh lip treatments I also really enjoy. I think Nude Honey is the color that I usually wear, so I will kind of use that throughout the day as I'm working. And that is typically what I wear on my lips. If not either of those three lip products, it's Lip Sense. That's pretty much all I wear on my lips these days. So that is how I have been wearing my makeup lately. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I did film this routine a little while ago, kind of more so for Instagram or TikTok, but I did a little bit more of like a wear test. So I will show you that right here, show you what it looks like very first thing in the morning. And then I think this was about like 10 hours later, maybe 12, about 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos of mine, and I will see you guys next time. There's something poking me in the eye. It's driving me nuts. This is the one that I've been like cleaning. My bubbles are gone. I've been hanging on the house. That was a loud motorcycle. 6-piece.
I'm so cold. Yeah, man.